next video is called Playing the Game Right, Collegiality and Professionalism in the Health Sciences. Well, I added on the health sciences, not actually health sciences. But collegiality is a word that's thrown around all the time. It can be thrown around in a way in which it means everything or it means nothing, so to speak. So I'm really interested in thinking about how students who are ambitious and driven and in this almost Darwinian or Malthusian struggle for survival of the fittest to enter into these professional programs should then at the same time be learning how to be a collegial colleague. So how do you collaborate and work together and at the same time try to achieve and accomplish on an individual level as you're moving forward a more social cause. So I'm interested in having our students discuss that, and I'm interested in the conversation that we're going to have as a group.
This article, written by Dr. Edward Laws Jr., talks about the upcoming resurgence of the importance and value in human relationships. It is about forming collegial, relationship-centered environments that promote a safe place for those who are of a like mind, who value intellect over finance and politics and other ego-serving values. These are normally institutional-based. There are 3 specific institutions that provide collegial groups of individuals active in medical practice who set standards and principles by which they form their organizations. The first one is an institution that is built around a new idea or a very strong individual who defined a new idea. This is advantageous in order to form a common development. Another type of institution developed is one who was built to serve a common interest. 2 minds are better than one. When there are multiple people taking a whack at the same question, it is more likely to be able to assess that issue from different perspectives. The third type of institution within which collegiality developed was one created to serve a new concept. This is helpful to give those new ideas facilitated a place to flourish. Some advantages of collegiality as a whole are: 1, collegiality provides for academic interchange and collaboration. 2, collegiality fosters interspecialty cooperation and collaboration. 3, collegiality leads to cross-fertilization of ideas and techniques from specialty to specialty and from basic science areas to those of clinical practice. 4, collegiality allows a group with a common goal to deal with contention and competition in a constructive rather than destructive fashion. Collegial group fosters the application of results of basic research to practice clinical problems. And 6, the collegial environment allows for the development of role hybrids. In conclusion, Dr. Laws writes, fostering collegiality with academic medical groups will make more than restructuring the old clinical pathological conference, but it is a trouble worth taking and one that can lead to lasting rewards.
In the reading Professionalism in Medicine, Opportunities and Obligations, Cruz discusses how physicians work in a dynamic and unfamiliar environment, and that there are 3 primary concerns: the ability to provide care, a threat to clinical autonomy, and survival of the values from the Hippocratic Oath, and that there should be a re-emphasis of these values and cultivated through education. Physicians occupy 2 primary roles, as healer and professional. These roles are linked together by a code of ethics and science that empowers both. So what does professionalism mean? Semantically defined, professionalism is an occupation whose core element is work based on the mastery of a complex body of knowledge and skills. It is a vocation in which knowledge of some department of science in service of others. And there are highlighted values within professionalism, such as a complexity of the knowledge base, service, altruism, morality, integrity, autonomy, professional associations, accountability, and a code of ethics. However, the literature in medicine reveals that medicine has lost control over the medical marketplace, methods of payment, and levels of remuneration. Evidently, there is a shift to the corporate section, and these issues reveal that there is accounting logic which intrudes on the professional autonomy of physicians. Values are being looked over, and generally there is a public mistrust, such that medicine has failed to self-regulate, and patient interests are below physician self-interest. So to fix these issues, professionalism must be taught explicitly in education. Professional associations must be cautious in how they negotiate for their constituents. Public good and welfare should be the primary concern, such that altruism should be the backdrop of medicine. There should be more strict self-regulation, and there should be cooperation with healthcare systems to cultivate these behaviors in physicians.
In a research paper titled "The Case for Educating Healthcare Students in Professionalism as the Core Content of Interprofessional Education," Ruth McNair writes that healthcare work patterns are rapidly shifting towards being team-based. Effective teamwork has been shown to improve the quality of patient care, yet until recently has not been included in pre-registration curricula. So undergraduate students are entering the healthcare field, and they're finding themselves unprepared for the inevitable teamwork in which they are required to engage. We know that difficulties encountered in teamwork with professionals from different disciplines arise from a lack of knowledge of different roles, and then a lack of teamwork skills and variable levels of respect, all of which are amenable through a change in education. McNair goes on to explore reasons for the poor education preparation for this work and looks at the core elements which are needed within curricula to fill these gaps. Professionalism has been reinterpreted from 30 years ago when professions were seen as powerful, privileged, self-interested monopolies to now incorporating a core humanistic focus in which the interests of the patient and the community are central. The commitment to social responsibility is increasingly becoming a focus of more responsive educators in universities. The central values of interprofessionalism include altruism, accountability, excellence, duty and advocacy, service, honor, integrity, respect for others, and ethical and moral standards. Two types of barriers to interprofessionalism have been recognized. They include personal value-based factors like the abuse of power, arrogance, greed, misrepresentation, impairment, and conflicts of interest. The second is uniprofessionalism, the pursuit of goals with a single healthcare professional discipline to the exclusion of others. The power interest in having control over a distinct body of knowledge and the development of cognitive exclusivity creates a significant barrier to effective relationships with other professionals and with patients, and therefore undermines interprofessionalism. Options for how to incorporate professionalism into curriculums include measuring capability rather than competency. Capability is the ability to adapt to change, generate knowledge, and to continuously improve performance. The Sainsbury Capability Framework has been used as the basis of this proposed model. It has 5 areas, starting with ethical practice, followed by knowledge, the process of care, which is largely about teamwork, interventions, which includes biopsychosocial care, and finally, applications to various healthcare settings.